Coach Sully, reps and sweat martial arts and fitness. On today's workout, we're going to get really, really intense. The things that we're going to need to know in this workout is our basic footwork, and we're just going to be throwing straight punches. That's our jab and our cross. Now, the instructions that I want to give you guys with this workout is that when we're moving around, and we're just going to be improvising, moving around however we want to, using our imagination, but when we're moving around, we want to make sure that we're moving and we're stepping on the balls of our feet, and we want to make sure that we're taking small steps when we're throwing our punches. And like I said, we're just throwing the jab and the cross. We want to make sure that we're getting full extension. This workout is guaranteed to bust you in the butt. Let's go. Just moving around. We're going to start off with just our basic footwork, moving around. Like I said in the instructions, we're just taking small steps. We can use our quarter turns. Nice and small steps. We're moving often. Moving on the balls of our feet. Hands are up, head movement. Moving around, that's all we're doing. Taking small steps. I always tell folks when it comes to shadow boxing, it's one of the few opportunities that you really get to work your movement. So you want to take advantage of it and move around and move often. Small steps. It's a game of inches. It's going to be rare that you're going to be dashing across the mat. Just moving around, nice and light on your feet, slightly moving to the right, slightly moving to the left. And you can turn around. What I tell folks all the time is make that circle small. You don't need that much space. You should be working within maybe about 4 feet all the way around. Just moving around. Keeping those hands up, keeping the chin down. Move around nice and often. Keep that weight equally distributed between the front and the back foot. Nice and relaxed. You see, it's not going to take long before you start breaking that sweat. Head movement, hands are up, covering the chin, chin down, eyes forward. And you can back off the intensity a little bit, just moving forward, moving back, but making sure that you're following the principles of your footwork. Whichever direction you're going, that foot moves first. So if I'm moving to the left, this foot's moving. Moving forward, that foot's moving. Moving to the right, that foot's moving. And the other foot is following behind. If I'm taking an 8-inch step with my front foot, the back foot goes up 8 inches as well. Head movement, chin down. All right. Sit-ups. Jab cross at the top. You can even throw your hooks. Hook. And even your elbow. Taking nice deep breaths, catching your breath. The next round, we're gonna just be throwing those straight punches, the jab and the cross. And the thing is that we want to make sure we're getting those punches full extension. When we're shadow boxing, we're really training to miss. We don't have that heavy bag holding up our weight. So it's a great workout, first of all. Secondly, it allows you to throw punches out full steam and not lose your balance and not lose your footing. All right, almost there. Let's go. Let's move. And it's a combination. What you're doing is you're bringing mobility and stability. So for that split second that the punch is going out, your feet are on the ground. Especially with that back, with that cross. You want that foot, that back foot to be planted in the ground. That's where the power is coming from. Full extension, making sure those shoulders touch the cheek every time. Cheek, straight, straight, straight there, straight back. We're breathing, moving around, still moving often. If you're not throwing punches, you're moving your head. Hands are up, chin down. Remember, every time you throw a punch, after throwing a punch, that hand's next responsibility is to come back to that chin. Defense is the next priority after you throw a punch. See, every time it goes out, back here, back here. Moving around, nice and light. Full extension every time. Big mistake that people make when they're shadow boxing, they're throwing their punches halfway out. Throw them all the way out there. Whatever you work, whatever you train, that's what you're going to do when you got somebody in front of you. You can't afford to be throwing short punches. You want to hit the target. You see an opening and you throw the punch halfway there. That doesn't make sense. You want to be able to capitalize when those openings appear. Straight punches. Moving around often, moving. Small circle on the balls of your feet. Making sure you're not dragging your feet. Moving around. Alright. What about sprinter sit-ups? And remember with these, if you can't lift your upper body, just lift your lower body like that. Coming up, clapping those hands in the opposite leg. One leg, other leg. Almost there. Nice and deep breaths, catching your breath. Let's go. Straight punches, head movement. Straight in, straight back every time. You want each rep to be deliberate. You have a little checklist. Where are my feet? Where's my other hand? Is my hand coming back to cover? Am I launching that shoulder forward when I'm throwing the cross? Make sure we breathe in. Moving around. You see how I'm kind of over-exaggerating my steps. This is the only time when you get this kind of concentrated opportunity to work your footwork. And this is training you to be able to be constantly moving, constantly getting angles on your opponent. Throwing that defense in the mix too. Almost there. Like I said, you can lower the intensity and just move around kind of like this. Moving that head, chin down, straight punches, defense, moving on the ball of your feet. Alright, reverse sit-ups, keeping the feet off the mat. Head off the mat, straighten the legs, bring the knees to the chest. Almost there. All right. Let's go. Head movement, straight punches, shoulder touching the cheek. Straight in, straight back. Moving around nice and light on the feet. Make sure we're not dragging those feet. You do this little workout session every other day for a few weeks, you're going to see a significant improvement in your game. Remember, most of the punches that you're throwing are going to be the jab and the cross. You want to be able to fire those out at will. You want to be able to fire them out often. I see a lot of people get gun shy because they don't have the conditioning to throw those punches out. And then when you take into consideration that most of your punches are going to miss, you want to have an endless supply of energy to throw, especially the jab. Head movement, defense. moving around. Hush, hush, hush. Hush, hush, hush. Hush, hush, hush. Hush, hush. Hush. Moving around. Rest, 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 rest. Breathing, nice and light on our feet. Defense, chin down. Rest, rest, rest. All right, let's go to our push-up position. Back straight on our fists. This is great for your wrists. Keeping that back straight. And if your shoulders burn out, you go down to your knees, but keep your back straight like this. One more round. Almost there. Last round. Moving around nice and often. Don't stay too stationary. This is your opportunity to work that footwork. Nothing crazy, nothing complicated. Straight punches. Head movement, chin down. Breathing. Chin down. Hands are up. Nice and small steps. Moving on the balls of your feet. Shoulder touching the cheek. See that shoulder touching the cheek? That doesn't mean lean over. Keep that head straight, but then if you throw it out straight, that shoulder will touch the cheek. Keep those eyes forward. And you can take this intensity-wise, you can take it all the way up if you like, or all the way down. Head moving. Breathing. So it's almost like I'm stepping on lava. I don't want my feet to be planted for too long. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that workout. Very intense. Remember, you can take it at whatever level that you're at. You can take it slow. You can take it fast. Whatever you want to do. Coach Suley, Reps and Sweat Martial Arts and Fitness. Let's get it.